and I'm in the driver's seat tonight. Welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. I am Ashley May King, and I am giddy to be your gruesome guide, honored to be your horrible host, and absolutely beyond privileged to be your keeper of arcane lore for tonight's game of Call of Cthulhu. For those uninitiated with the game system, do not fear, or at least not yet. I'm going to explain some of the mechanics of this game, kind of as we get to them. And at the top, it's a great system published by Chaosium, and I cannot speak highly enough about it. It has a lot of fun little quirks intended to whittle away at our lovely investigators' sanity. Speaking of lovely investigators, look at all these lovely people. Hello, lovely people.
Hello.
Yay! I am so honored to have all of you playing tonight. We're running my original one-shot scenario called Escape from Dreamland. It's a two-part scenario, so welcome to the beginning of the end, and come back next week for the end of all beginnings. Before we get started, we have some sponsors to talk about. Better?
Hello, y'all. Yes, that was a British accent that said y'all. Anyways, I want to talk about the people that make this possible, which are, first and foremost, Norse Foundry, where they have amazing, beautiful gemstone dice and all kinds of awesome stuff. So you should check them out. We'll put a link for them in the chat. Also, Nine Realms Gaming. They're amazing. They make the little boxes that we put the click-clacks in. And then we have our Griffin Co. We're on our D&D streams. We have little minis we play in. And they have amazing... Oh, coming up on Christmas time with Griffin Co. They have really cool... They actually have a Call of Cthulhu ornament for the Christmas tree. It's very cool. So I'll plug that. They did last year, so if they don't this year, don't come find me. And then we also have Dice and Devil Horns that have adorably cool and metal t-shirts that you gotta love. But those are our lovely sponsors. Ashley, back to you.
They all sound so lovely. Fantastic. I think we have a little thing to play, and then we're gonna get into it. So let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Hello. So before we get started, I would like for each of my lovely investigators to roll your luck for the night. So you're going to roll 3d6 and multiply that by 5. And I'll explain to our lovely viewers. Luck is a mechanic in this game that determines how lucky you are. Wow, self-explanatory. But also, fun little thing, you can spend it on a roll. Basically, in the equitable amount it would take to be successful. And in Call of Cthulhu, we want to roll low as possible. Everything is going to be D100 rolls. And I'm just realizing I don't have my dice, so that I have to remedy like right now. So if you guys go around and mention what you got for luck, I'm gonna go grab my dice, which are on the other side of the room.
3d6 times what?
5.
Thank you.
Ooh, I rolled pretty well. Ooh, 3d6.
I did not.
I got 14 times 5. Is that it?
Ooh.
Okay.
I got 13 times 5 is 80.
I rolled 2 ones. So
Oh no.
it's cool.
55 luck.
20.
Okay.
Oh no.
Rolled 2 ones. Yeah, I rolled 2 ones. And I was gonna say, can you re-roll once? And then you were like, you want to roll low, and I was like, probably not for this.
Yeah, probably not for this. I'll let you re-roll one of those ones because that is 2 ones is too many.
Okay.
That's the lowest luck I've ever heard of in this game.
I got a 2. So wow. I won't get too comfortable with this character.
Lucky today.
Well, cool. I also want to touch briefly on sanity. So for each of you, sanity is equal to your power score for you looking at your character sheets, and for the viewers, sanity is basically a depleting resource. So as the investigators run into different things that they might run into, they roll what is called a sanity check, and they have to roll at their value or below, or else they take a penalty to that sanity. So go ahead and fill in your sanity. Just a second. If you could everyone roll a d12 for me real quick.
Well,
A D12, eh?
You're running past more dice.
no.
Go.
And Ashley, remind me, how do we determine our power? Oh wait, no, I see it.
It's
It's one of your core stats. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the one marked POW.
it is. Pound.
POW. Okay.
Ka-chow.
Good chow.
So yeah, roll those d12s. What did everyone
That was good.
get?
I got an 8.
I also got an 8.
12. 12. Yeah.
4.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
4.
Fantastic. Subtract that from your sanity, and let's get started.
That was rude.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, it was. All right.
I rolled well.
Let's launch into it, you guys. Are you guys ready? Do you think you're ready? You
Nope.
think you're ready? I think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready, but I think I'm ready.
Wait,
We're gonna
one
get
second.
started.
I rolled
Oh,
my luck,
okay.
and insanity is what again?
So your sanity is equal to your power score minus that 12 that you just rolled.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool.
Cool. All right. Is there music playing? Fantastic. Let's get started. Within the small coastal town of Birchwood, where the mist of sea, air, and mountain fog intermingle in an ever-roiling shroud, the neon lights and saccharine pastels of Dreamland stand in stark opposition to the surrounding suburbia. The amusement park has been a popular destination for locals and tourists alike. That is, until the incident that ceased all park operations. After such misfortune, you all, as employees of said park, have now been summoned to collect your belongings and final paycheck as Dreamland faces indefinite closure as the police investigation into the mysterious circumstances surrounding the fatal ride malfunction is underway. This autumn morning is frigid. The air cold and thick with the smell of decaying leaves as you arrive at the parking lot and are waved on by a uniformed officer towards the station to board the train into the park. TV screens are devoid of their usual warm, if repetitive, greeting, and they echo a constant static throughout the empty terminal. The doors of the waiting train open, and you each step inside in a familiar routine to all of you. It's almost instinctual even. But as the voice comes over the PA system, please stand clear of the moving doors. The train is departing. The shudder of the train car shakes you from any feeling of familiarity, because you see the park outside the windows looks altogether unfamiliar in its emptiness. Its usually packed and jovial streets are empty and dim, and save for the occasional intersecting sweeps of flashlights as police search the areas of the park, all is still. You all heard the news. In fact, no one in all of Birchwood will spare the details of the worst tragedy to hit the small town in recent memory. The local news outlets have been running the story nonstop the past 2 days. 8 dead, 2 missing, in a catastrophic ride malfunction. You're shaken from your reverie by the slowing of the train as it comes to a gentle halt at the entrance. Please stand clear of the moving doors. Welcome to Dreamland. And with a soft shk, the doors open to the park. An officer holding a clipboard waves you forward. Yeah, you guys are my 8 o'clock, right? Okay, just gonna run down the list real quick. Is there a Bronwyn Jones with you?
That's me.
Right, ID, please.
Here you are.
He takes it, looks it over. And you see there is, on its clipboard, is a long list segmented into different time slots. And you see your name printed neatly under the 8 a.m. slot. He checks it off, checks it against your ID. Thanks, miss. Just head on down Main Street. You're going to want to go to gondola station number 1. We'll escort you up to admin and get y'all out of here. Next, is Chuck? Is there Chuck?
That'd be me, sir.
You're Chuck Turner. All right. ID, please. And if you could give a brief description of your character. If you want to go back, Bronwyn, and describe kind of what you look like and your employment status as well, your job title.
Bronwyn is middle-aged. She is a kind of eccentric person. She is always wearing something like a hat or an accessory to kind of express herself. She's an artiste that just happens to do airbrush t-shirts of custom designs.
Fantastic.
Her own artwork.
Absolutely. Chuck, if you could describe yourself.
Oh, well, I thank you kindly, ma'am. Well, Chuck's a man of the people, and he likes fixing rides. So, I got my tools. A man needs his tools. I got my wrench. I got my hammer. I got pliers. I just got about everything over here, really. So, the only thing I can't fix is even people dying. But Chuck's a middle-aged man with a simple outlook on life, and things that need fixing, they get fixed.
Fantastic. You see the officer who has the initials printed on his jacket, L. Harris, waves you forward to go stand with Bronwyn, and calls Elliot Prin?
Prin, that's right.
All right. You got your ID on you, fella?
Yeah, here it is. Hand it over.
He takes it. Could you describe your character, please?
Yeah, Elliot's, mid-20s. Definitely thinks he's better than this job. He's a photographer here. Has to deal with screaming children all day. Hates it. Definitely thinks of himself as above everyone else that works here for no reason, just because he's young and an idiot. But he's here to pick up his camera, make sure he gets that out of here so he can get on out of Birchwood somehow.
Fantastic. All right. Next we got, what is this? Aristus.
It's Aristaeus.
Oh.
It's Aristaeus Jones, but you can call me Ari.
Yeah, I like that a lot better. You got your card with you.
Yep. Here you go.
He takes it, checks it off, eyes you a little bit, and hands it back. Could you describe your character, please?
Aristaeus Jones is my name. I am middle-aged trust fund kid down on his luck with no trust fund. My father was the ambassador to Greece, and if you'll notice, my name is Aristeas, which is the Greek god of the hunt. And this here is the my bat. Helps in my hunts. I used to be a big game hunter, go on safari a lot, but now I'm hunting rats for amusement parks. But this here's a rat catcher extreme. But I named her Artemis, or Artie for short. Artemis is also another goddess of the hunt for the Greek gods. I'm very into Greek mythology. I don't know if you realize that. At any rate, this here's the finest in digital camo for urban camouflage. I can sneak up on the rats much better when they can't see me coming.
I imagine you're saying to officers just kind of odds strangely and it's a lot already, so I guess he'll just wave you on. You're like, all right, and then
I just want to make sure that I'm picking up my dog too, right? You know Belvedere.
Oh, why would I know your dog? No, I don't.
Well, I just want to make sure you know I'm not just picking up my goods. I'm picking my supplies and stuff in my check. My dog is here. I got to make sure I get my dog.
Right. Yeah. No, he's probably put up in medical. I think all the zoo animals are at the vet over there. It's just down Main Street, so you might want to head that way.
All right. I mean, he's my pet. He's not a
last one.
He's a prime specimen hunting dog. The best rat catching hunting dog in all 133 counties of Virginia.
Well, regardless, he's hanging out right now, so I'll point you on your way. All right, now last one. This is your real first name, Riot. Riot Win.
Riot. Yeah. Man, I don't even want to be here, dude. Like, you don't want me here. I'll go somewhere else. Like, my probation officer said I have to do this stupid job. Like, you see this guy.
Your name sounded familiar.
Riot Nguyen, yes. RIOT. So I look like probably hackerish. So I'm in my lame ass security shirt with this lame ass badge. Got the beanie on. I've got some gaming headphones around my neck. I've got a big backpack that's covered in buttons from different anime shows and different J-pop metal bands and stuff. And then I've got I'm constantly vaping, especially vaping right into this cop's face. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't need to get checked, dude. I'm security here. Like, I'm the last person you gotta check, man. Look, and I open up the bag and I'm not carrying anything, dude. Everybody thinks I'm a criminal. Fuck. Like, look, and I open the bag and it's just my fancy ass Asus gaming laptop, and I've also got a PS5, stuffed in there, and that's it. Like, can I go?
Yeah, you mentioned you're on probation. I wasn't even if you need direction, there's an information booth just down the way. Grab a map and get on over to the gondola. But yeah, if you want your dog, like I said, he's over at just down Main Street.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you see, there are a few other officers, probably about a half dozen, who kind of line this area, and there is police tape wardening off certain sections, but is open to know that the park is connected through gondolas to different rising areas. So you're essentially on the first level. There's a second level, and then finally a third up where the Palace of Dreams, the main tourist attraction here at the park, lies. And you know that admin is up on that level as well. Yeah, if you do want to go past medical, it is right on this street. You want to head that way?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
What's the feeling? Is it like it's like empty, right?
It is, and it is kind of you feel there's a familiarity with this place. You've worked here countless years, summers, and you know this place. You know this. You can navigate this park in your sleep, but there is something that feels altogether unfamiliar with seeing it this empty for most of you. Now, security and might very well have been here late at night. But again, you operate in a very different version of the park than most people encounter. But even so, usually there's more staff here, night security, everything. It taped with a police presence is definitely. It's not how you're used to seeing it, and I think there is atmosphere with this feeling of being watched by the police, who are kind of here to make sure that no one's veering off of the preordained path, as there is an active police investigation underway.
All right, and we're heading towards the gondola right now. Or the first gondola
yes, the
station?
gondola is on the way. Did I share the map in the main channel, or I just sent it to you?
I can pull it up on the stream if you want.
Boop, boop.
I can also have it on.
Yeah,
here.
fantastic.
There you go.
I haven't seen it.
I have it up on Roll20.
Fantastic. Yeah. So love it. So you can stop by as you guys are walking down Main Street. There's a little information booth with maps. You pick up one of these and kind of look it over and see that they're directing you towards gondola station number 1, and you do see that there are a few. Am I still frozen? Chat said I was frozen.
No,
you're good.
There are a few police standing over there. Oh, okay. Pretend it's creepy. You're that way. But you can kind of that the gondola station is like past Main Street and kind of over to the left a bit, and that you have to go down Main Street and past where he directed you towards the vet's office to get there. And so as you are walking down Main Street, I think it does hit all of you just how empty everything feels. And you see the large lit up sign that has the medical cross. And there is a bit of a cacophony that you can hear even outside of that door. You like to do?
Did you hear what actually happened here?
Have we heard?
I get the impression that maybe Mike probably doesn't. I mean, Chuck doesn't probably want to talk about it. I mean, it was his job to keep the rides running smooth, right?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This ain't a problem from maintenance. I keep everything as tight or as loose as they need to be.
I'm sure they're here for me.
What did you do?
Just making ends meet, borrowing from the big man here and there, taking a loan out here and there. Wells Fargo didn't need that $200,000, right?
All right.
Right, but I mean, the park is shut down, and you didn't have anything to do with that, right?
No.
So I don't think they're here for you.
This park's lame.
I heard somebody died.
I heard 8 people died, in fact.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You all
Wow.
would know. Sorry, go on.
You're good.
There was on the main coaster attraction. There was a cart essentially that went off the rails and crashed, causing the fatalities. The current, the park rhetoric put out by the park owner, Monty Kaufman, is simply that, a lack in attendance led to, insufficient funds for, being able to update the rides. It's a freak accident, but it all comes back to the bottom line. And, no one wants to go to parks anymore and all this stuff. But kind of trying to place blame anywhere but on the park itself. While a lot of you this happened 2 days ago, and while a lot of you were probably on shift, I don't think any of you witnessed this happen. But certainly you would have heard it. But the park was quickly evacuated. It shut down immediately that day and had been shut down yesterday as well. This is the first time they're letting anyone into the park, and it's only open to employees to gather their personal belongings.
I don't know. It seems odd that they would just shut everything down. This is where we work. This is where I do my art. I know some people died, and I know that can be insensitive, but this is where I create.
Well, I guarantee you, 2 days of me not coming to work, this place is probably already overrun with rats.
Ew.
Hey, think of it as a new start,
And rats. Yep, rats and mice bring cats and snakes. Once you let the rats go, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything from my probation officer, so I think that leaves me off the hook. Yes, this is good news.
Yeah, they talked to us. They talked to us over in all the mechanics and everything, and it's not on us. We got everything up and running real nice. There ain't no way a cart's coming off the track. Not on my watch.
But isn't that essentially what happened?
Well, yeah.
So you're saying just some magical thing just made it come disconnected from the main.
I mean, it could be anything from those kids taking the tickets, not doing like people. There could be like people going over the weight limits or under the weight limits.
Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Don't say a word to anybody. Don't admit to anything.
Oh, I ain't admitting to shit except for doing a good hard day's worth of work.
I say you do work hard. When I come in, I always see you working on the cars and the rides and stuff. So, when I'm making my rounds with Belvedere.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate that, and also thank you for what you do, because I've had one of them rats run right up my dicky legs, and it was not great. So I appreciate you doing that.
No, that's terrible. The best way to keep the rats from sneaking up on you is to make sure you're sneaking up on them.
That's a fair point, and I don't know how they even got up in the rafters. I mean, they're crazy, them damn rats. But
So
I'm
you're now
gonna shut up.
blaming this on rats.
What was that?
So you're now blaming this on rats.
Oh no, I just don't like them. But Hacker Boy's got a point. I'm gonna shut my trap now.
You need a good lawyer.
Oh, I don't.
Can we stop talking about rats and just get our stuff? Get out of
Yes.
here.
It does feel odd to be here.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Do you know they called everybody in? Like that.
I think they're doing it on a schedule.
Oh, who's got the schedule? Do you know when that cute girl from knife throwing comes in?
I mean, we don't have the schedule. We just know when we were told to come in.
The
could
police
probably talk to
officer
them. Yeah.
had the schedule, so if you'd like to strike up another conversation with him, he might be able to tell you when.
He really liked you a lot.
He did,
That
yeah.
would go well.
And you definitely overshare with him.
He loves that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
It is odd though. There's small groups that they bring in like this, right? That's odd. Why can't everyone just come and get their things and leave? We all came in to work.
Yeah, but if we all came at the same time, you would have to wait in line, and I know that's not something you would want to do, right?
Yeah, no one wants to wait in line at an amusement park.
Yeah.
Especially those who work there.
Especially us.
I mean, they didn't really give us a deadline of when we had to leave, right? So I could just like set up and, I got the new Overwatch 2 game. I could just play some games until Esme comes in. I'd like to say bye, yeah.
You could
Esme?
stay here forever if you wanted to.
Esme's that cute girl that works at knife throwing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you said. It's a bit creepy, Hacker Boy. We should probably get our stuff and head on out.
Well,
And on cue, hear a voice coming from, as I imagine you're kind of like working your way down Main Street, a voice coming from the medical center saying, "Nah, get down now. Come on. Get back in the crate. I'm not going to tell you, get back in the crate. God damn it."
who is she talking to?
What would you like to do?
Well, is that a medical center for people or creatures, like animals? Like animals go in crates.
Should we go inside?
Yeah, we should definitely check that out. She seems to be in some sort of a bind. I could fix that.
And as
Park's closed, right?
walk
Do I really have to do
into
my job?
the center.
Like they said, I'm security.
What was
But I really have to be security? I guess. Okay. Yeah. All right.
You walk the already propped open door of the medical facility and see that it is not in its usual state. While this normally serves as a nurse's station for any park goers who have to be injured, minor scrapes, bruises, that type of thing, there's a mess. There is hay scattered across the floor and a pile of kennels essentially stack up behind the front desk, and you see all manner of petting zoo type animal inside. See a red-headed woman with two bushy pigtails and thick-rimmed glasses wrestling a goat, with a lead Yeah, come on. You know this is Poppy Mark is site vet.
Hey, Poppy, is my dog in here?
Yeah.
Poppy, is my dog in here?
I knew you'd be my student. I kept telling him you were coming. Didn't I?
Oh, Belvedere!
Give me
Come here, boy.
No, he's in the crate. I've got to go. Okay.
Oh.
And
I thought he could just hear me and come running.
Goat and shoves it into a. And this room is, if smell didn't give it away, the sound certainly does. You hear all manner of creatures in the shrieking, growling, whatever that they make, are making it. Hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up just a little bit.
Anyway. Okay. Well, I'll try to get closer to me. It's just all manner of sounds coming through, and Poppy kind of turns to you. Your dog, he is a real angel. You never know what a bloodthirsty little thing he could be. I'll tell you that. I'll grab him right now. And she walks back into kind of back all this medical stuff. And as you hear her open a crate and returns, the animal hush away. She comes forward, and you can tell she has like a leash leading, but you can't really see what. But as she opens wooden gate to kind of this medical counter, you see a small little wiener dog. It's your Belvedere.
Belvy!
And you really treat her. I still for the life don't know what it is. Hey, must have been one rat. But just be sure to change the bandage every 6 hours, and don't let him nip it. If things start telling her, you just
Well, so he doesn't need a cone.
I gotta get all these animals ready to train.
All right.
No, I mean, he's not really messing with it. Are y'all heading up to Ed?
Well, we got to go get our stuff. Our paychecks and our personal items.
That's true. I think there's something over here I need to fix really quick. Give me just one second, and we'll be right back. Y'all got to fix a tech issue. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome in. All right. So we left off. We were still in the vet's office, and Poppy Marshall was bringing out Belvedere, Aries' pet wiener dog. And as she approached with him, the rest of the animals in their crates kind of quietened down. And there is kind of a silence that still settles over the room that was formerly really kind of chaotic. But Belvedere comes out. He looks fine, apart from a little bandage on his right forepaw. And yeah, she's saying, yeah, I guess it was a rat or something that bit him. But yeah, if it starts swelling or oozing, you need to, call someone else. I got my hands full with this. My brother Tim's coming, and he's got some extra room up at his farm. I guess we're gonna take the animals up there until, well, I don't know. Are you all, you're heading up to admin?
That's right.
Yeah, we got to get our personal items and stuff.
I'm supposed to get up there today too, but I can't leave them. I think they're unsettled. It's just all this chaos.
Well, do you need help with the goat here?
Oh no, I got him in. He's an ornery bastard, but I can't blame him. I wouldn't want to be tugged on by 4-year-olds all day either.
Ew.
Might be a nice little break for him. Yeah, anyway, he's been real sweet, and I think he's gonna be just fine. But just as I said, change that bandage every few hours, okay?
I certainly will. I can take care of it. I know a little bit of basic first aid, in case on my hunts, and in case somebody ever got shot. I was always there, ready to help out. The medics and all that.
Does that happen a lot, hunting rats?
No, but back before I was a rat hunter, I was a real hunter.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I used to. Working is a new thing for me. I didn't, I didn't realize that all my trips on safari and everything would run through my trust fund so fast.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a lot of information for me to parse while I'm also dealing with all of this. And to kind of emphasize that, a chicken kind of like in the back, and she's like, God, they won't stop fighting. Anyway.
I'll kind of like sidle up to her when she's kind of free, and I'm like, hey, I know you deal with animals and all, but you got a little something back there in the medicine, like maybe some Adderall, maybe some Ritalin. I've got a competitive Dota game coming up, and a little something to help with the edge.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got a dewormer that I could give you. That's about as potent as I can get. You got an itchy bun hole? Is that a problem that you have?
Itchy bun hole. That's the only edge it might give me. Not itchy bun hole.
You could try it. Who
Can I
knows?
mix it with anything else? No.
I tell you, it does work
Yeah.
wonders.
No.
No. Never mind.
Hey, Chuck. Yeah, I just gave you some dewormer last week. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. How are you doing?
Good. No, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, things are crazy. It's too bad what happened. I can't believe it. I
Oh,
just hope they find those 2 kids. It's crazy that they haven't found nothing.
What 2 kids?
There's people missing.
Well, yeah. Have you not seen the news? I mean, yeah, there were 10 people on that coaster, but they only found 8 bodies.
Have you heard
I
anything?
try not to.
How is that even possible?
Well, shit, I don't know. And they were all so burnt up, I guess they couldn't really identify who was what and what was who.
Well,
real strange.
Belvy here can probably substitute as a good cadaver dog. I bet if we make our way over there, I bet Belvy could find him.
I'm sure if you offer that to the police that they will be thankful for you offering your services. Yeah, you can try that.
You said the body
Anyway,
burnt up?
Did
yeah.
did the ride catch flame?
Well, yeah. On impact, the whole thing went up. Didn't you see where it fell?
I
It
saw
fell in.
photos.
Yeah, it went off the rails over into the gardens. Such a long way to fall. I can't imagine. But, thank God that we're all safe and that we're all okay, and I just, and she kind of like cranes her neck in a moment and grabs her hand out and grabs your arm, Ari, and says to you, he's coming for you, right? And at that, the door swings open behind you, and Officer Harris comes in. You all making your way up to the gondola, right?
Just on our way.
Admin.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get on the way. And as he kind of holds the door open, you hear his radio. Officer Harris, there's something you need to see down here. If you could make your way down, we're down the gardens, and there's something you just got to see this. Ari, you look back at Poppy as she removes her hand, and it's like a clarity comes over her, and she just looks at you, smiling.
Poppy, are you all right?
Lady, you're hiding some stuff from me. Come on. You don't have anything?
Now, I told you, if you want to get rid of the worms, I can help you. But otherwise, no. You're going to have to find someone else to push your Adderall, she says a little bit louder. So the police officer kind of like perks up at this a bit.
Honestly, how many animals do you know on Adderall?
Poppy, are you all right?
I'm just a little bit tired. I've been here since so early trying to get all this arranged, but yeah.
What did you mean? What did you mean when you said, you know he's coming for you, right?
I don't know.
Do you remember saying that?
The officer, he's right there. He's coming to get you. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
She probably has good hearing.
Are you going to be all right by yourself? Who's helping you out?
Yeah, I told you, my brother Tim, he's coming. He's got some room up at the farm, so he's bringing his truck down. We're going to start transporting the animals up there.
Right.
Oh, is he bringing the? Is
he
he bringing
okay
the
until he gets
57?
here?
Is he bringing the 57 Chevy, or is he driving the F-150?
He borrowed the F-150 from Dave. So, but he's hauling a trailer.
Stock trailer.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's gonna want the 150. It's got a dually and a supercharger in it. So, and then with the Positrack and all that.
I'll call him. I'll call him and let him know.
All right.
I
love that truck. But you, Poppy, you keep looking after these animals. There's been a lot of crazy, weird stuff happening. You make sure you're okay.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just overtired. It's, all the stress and yeah. Anyway, y'all be careful on your way up.
Yes. Is there such a thing as like an insight check?
That is what psychology is. Feel free to make a psychology check.
And that's
first roll.
D1.
Nice.
D100. And I want to roll low.
You want to roll your value or below.
I rolled an 80, but my value is 70.
Wow.
I'm really good at this game.
You could spend 10 luck to push it if you feel like it. No? Okay.
I didn't get a whole lot of those either, so we're going to hold on to those.
Fair enough. You can't really get a read on her, and you're just kind of you're taking what she's saying at face value, that she is just overworked, overtired.
Probably don't care.
For Officer Harris, could I also do a psychology check? And when you got that radio call, I want to know if he seemed worried or like...
Absolutely. Yeah, please do.
Dang it. 89.
Oh, we're rolling so high.
We got to
That's
switch
what
the
we need.
modes, you know.
Yeah, it takes a while to shake off the wanting to roll high. You gotta manifest the opposite. I think he is very kind of stoic. He's a younger officer, and he is just kind of like focused on probably efficiency at this point. But he is kind of waiting a bit impatiently. And I'll give you this for free. He definitely does seem intrigued by whatever the call was and eager to get on his way. But wants to make sure that y'all are on the right track.
Shall we then?
All right. What do we want to do?
I want to get my things.
Is he trying to like walk with us? Like, is he trying to
Just
escort us
wait.
to the
Let him,
gondola?
let him go a little bit.
Yeah, he's currently holding the door open, waiting for you all to file out and
I head on out.
get on your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You
Yeah.
head on out.
Out the door.
All right.
Was there something? Are you all heading out?
Yeah. Is he heading like? Does he look like he's heading the same way as we are, or he's going some other way?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
As we leave, I'll toss Poppy one of my little pre-rolls. And just be like,
Nice.
yeah, keep your calm, keep calm, and keep doing your animal stuff there, Poppy.
Oh my God, Chuck, you have no idea how bad I needed this. And she goes ahead and starts to light up inside and then starts, come on now, stop biting each other, I swear to God, and heads back towards the back. You all leave the medical office. You have retrieved your dog companion. So little Belvedere is with you. And yeah, you see that Officer Harris is kind of, as he closes the door behind you all, he kind of lingering a bit and shuffling behind you your way, and he radios back. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'll be down there in a second. What did you find? What is it? Just and there's a long pause as you all have continued towards the gondola station, but eventually you kind of hear it. You have to see it. And that's it.
Well, that wasn't ominous.
Elliot, I'm
What?
very curious what this could be.
Same. I mean, keeping everything under wraps for some reason.
Yeah, I've been.
Seems like something else.
Well, it's on the way.
we should-
It's on the way to admin. We can just follow along. Come on, Belvy.
But should we make it look like we're just going to admin?
Yeah, I
We're
don't.
not following.
I feel like we belong here. That we don't need to ask for permission for this kind of thing.
I mean, everyone just
can also
seems to
check-
be
You could be
weird.
the crime scene artist.
I know. I want to see it. What if it's something that I could paint?
I was thinking that maybe you could draw a picture, a painting of the cart flying off at the top of the rails and on fire with kids just flying out in a trail.
I would
Macabre.
that.
I love the idea.
Yes, I think that would be. You would probably get into all the great museums. With that
or get me completely outcasted. I know what you're trying to do.
I know. Have you not? I mean, Van Gogh is my favorite artist, and he did some crazy stuff for art. And I think this could be your ear cut off, like your version of what he cut off his ear. It would be take that risk.
Hey, if we're going investigating, I want my camera.
Where's your camera?
I want my things.
Well, yeah. Let's run. We should run by admin. Get our things. I need to get Artie, my bat. You need to get your things.
Yeah,
And
I want to check in with admin, try to get some stuff, and then go. Maybe check out what this is.
and we heard where he said the what he needed the other officer to come up to, right? We know where that is, right?
We know the garden area.
He said the gardens, which if you look at the map, that's kind of that sunken area that the second gondola station flies over. And you're trying to get to the third level where that blue building with the lock symbol is admin. So
we'll
he's
that
heading.
over.
Yeah, you'll pass over it.
Yeah, let's hop on the gondola then, and maybe we'll get a good view on our way to admin. I'll head back.
I like the way you think. We should. I mean, I'm all about that.
I make my way to the gondola station.
You
Yeah,
know,
I'll follow.
it seems to
along.
me that every blue building on that map has a lock over it.
I mean, if you guys really want to see what's going on, we can head over to the security room.
Like front row seating at a movie.
Do you
I
have-
can see most things. Not that I'm watching you guys or anything, but I can see most things from my
do you have? Can you control the cameras?
Yep.
That's splendid.
Right. I did not have one thought that you were watching people until you said it. And
No,
now I think you watch people.
I'm not watching you guys. You guys are, yeah. I watch knife throwing. I've got a real keen interest in getting better at throwing things at people.
That's not worse at
Peculiar
all.
thing to
We
watch.
should just. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think if we can go check out the tech room. I don't know how that works, but yeah, you make it work. If you can make that work, we can get there, and then we can go take that gondola ride and get ourselves a better view. What do y'all think?
I just want to get my things. It's my life's work.
That's fair enough. I got a precious something waiting for me in here too. I didn't come back just to get another wrench. I got 20 of them.
What are you picking up?
I don't worry about it. It's a view. It is nothing.
I'm sorry. You covered your mouth and mumbled when you said it, so we did not understand what you said.
But he's cooking up some moonshine in his room.
It's just something I've been working on. It'll be more of a surprise. You're gonna love it.
This is why we can't have chat.
So,
I'm gonna
you
head
know,
to admin. Anyone wants to come with me? You can come with me.
Chuck, you know you can trust me. I mean, we're the ones who work nights. We go way back here.
Oh yeah, I mean that is true, but yeah, you'll like it when you see it. It's just been something I've been working on with some spare parts. It's something real special. You'll love it. I got this whole thing in my head about unveiling it. Don't worry.
I'm sure I will. I trust your judgment.
But yeah, I think the picture boy is right. I think we should go to admin, and if we don't find nothing there, we go take Tech Boy's camera room, where he likes knives or something. I wasn't really listening.
Well, we probably should hurry if we want to try to get over there to the special scene where the officers are all racing to before they get it all cleaned up and hidden. I don't trust these guys. They seem to be hiding stuff from us.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they've shut down the entire park because of an investigation. I don't think they're trying to rush anything. So I think we're fine to go gather our belongings first.
that's fair.
You know,
I haven't seen
I like that. You're the voice of reason, Bronwyn. That makes sense.
All right, it's the admin.
It's about time
on the way
someone
to the
realized it.
escape room. Is it on the way? Yeah.
Is it all right if I call you Ronnie? I mean, no, probably not.
Ronnie.
Like, I'm Ari. I call Belvy, Artemis, Artie. I like to shorten everything. It's just
But none of those names mean something else. Brawny is different to Bronwyn.
Bronwy.
You do whatever you like.
I go by Riot. Or if you want to use my screen name, it's Riot Girl. Because I like getting free shit from dudes online, but whatever.
Cool. We'll call you Rai.
Rai. Or Riri.
No, Riot. Riot. Just do Riot. Riot's fine. Let's go, Matt.
Chuck is Chucky.
Yeah, I'm just processing what I just heard. I'm with you. I'll follow along.
And Elliot is Ellie. I like this trend. I like this trend that I've started.
Nicknames.
Yeah.
You
Well, I guess it's not really. I don't think I really started nicknames. You're right. But I meant for our little group.
That's why nobody talks to you, man. You're not just because you're the rat guy. You're weird, dude. Let's go.
They're coming from you. That
Hurts a lot. I'm walking towards this.
Yeah, we're just going.
Yeah, this is a walk and talk. And you are nearing the gondola station where you do see another officer positioned who kind of has his hand on his radio on his chest and kind of gives a little wave to Officer Harris, who sidles up to him. And they kind of mumble a few things back and forth. But you see that.
Oh no.
See something and it just. We're in suspense on what we saw.
We saw what?
Do you know what's cool? Norse Foundry. They make these beautiful, and hopefully I can look at these rainbow gemstones. Aren't they gorgeous?
That one is so dope.
It is very dope.
This is the rainbow cat's eye. Gorgeousness. Yeah. And since we're using, instead of the D20s, since we're using the D100s tonight, I'll show you what those ones look like. It's hard to do with 2 dice. Okay. Look at how pretty that is.
It is very pretty.
Love Norse Foundry. You can use the code Swole. Is it just Swole?
It
I
is.
think it's just Swole.
Swole,
Yeah.
Swole.
Use the code Swole and get 10% off of your purchase at norsefoundry.com.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
What does
friend.
a baby computer? Never mind.
You got body snatched.
No, I want to know.
What does a baby computer call his father?
Is this PG?
It's G.
Okay.
Data.
Oh.
Data.
Data.
Oh,
That's cute.
Okay, sorry for that.
All good.
we
Glitch
just
in the
want to know
Matrix.
what we saw. It stopped very abruptly when.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a very good
You
dramatic.
approach the gondola.
It was.
It's not gonna play out that dramatically. You get to the gondola station, and you see another officer there, with his hand rested on his radio, who waves at Officer Harris, and the two kind of approach each other and kind of mumble some words back and forth. And the gondola is there, ready for you to board it. You can tell the officer who is stationed there is there. Someone has to send the gondola on. So he's there kind of manning that post. But yeah, the station is ready, and he kind of like waves you forward to board it. Would you like to board the gondola?
I'm not so sure.
Get on here.
Getting on this, maybe we should walk.
Is
I'm gonna try to just pull him on.
there a reason?
I have full faith in you, Chucky. But, maybe this broke since we were working.
I mean, it looks all right to me. I mean, I'll pull out of my pocket just like a little can of WD-40 and just like, and it's just on the door, like nothing else that actually matters.
I try to peek in his bag when he pulls that out, and all I see is WD-40 and duct tape. Like, yeah, he can fix that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Officer, do y'all have trained ride operators running this thing?
Huh? What?
The kids that work here. The kids that work here, they have to go through a whole like academy to get trained on how to do these rides. Have you gone through that academy?
Yeah, I worked here for a summer. It's a PowerPoint in break room. I've seen it, but I can push a button. Just
all right. And you have faith in this, like you would be culpable if something happened to us because you told us to get on and said you were pressing the button.
Yeah, you're our fifth group this morning. It's all fine so far. I don't see why suddenly everything's gonna fall apart. Are you scared of heights, dude?
No, I've been mountain climbing and backpacking on the Appalachian Trail. It runs just through the whole western part of the state here. I'm from down by Roanoke.
Not if you call it Appalachian. Sorry.
Now, I'm in the gondola, like trying to like swing it around. Like it's fine. Look, like
I just don't want. I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with heights. Heights don't bother me. It's this thing falling out of the sky that bothers me. All right, let's go. I'm fine. You convinced me. Fine, whatever.
Look, if you're scared, dude, there is like another route around if you really want to, but this is like the most direct. You're gonna have to walk a shit ton to get round. We're just trying to funnel you through here as fast as possible.
A shit ton, Airy. Get on.
All right, let's go, Belvy.
Belvy kind of like runs in a circle around your feet and then kind of like jumps into the gondola.
And by the way, Belvy is a long hair.
Oh,
Cute.
Oh, he's super cute.
Hold on, let me change the stats real quick. I'm just. But it says I'm cute.
Plus
My
10 to
stat
cute.
just went up by 10. Yeah. Fantastic. So you board the gondola. It's still swaying a little bit from your rocking. And the officer who's there kind of like makes a big show about like, I'm gonna push the button. I'm gonna gonna push the button, and then finally pushes it, and you are the gondola kind of jerks forward, and you rise from the first level up until towards Destiny Hollow, kind of the next part of the map.
I pick up Belvy so he can see out the window. Look, Belvy. This was our stomping grounds for the last 6-8 months. No, I guess it's been more like 26 months. I didn't realize we'd been here that long.
I try to sneak to one other end
That's
of the
depressing.
gondola, and I pull out my phone and I need to create some content for my followers and stuff. So I'm just like, yo guys, I'm here at the carnival where the crash happened yesterday, and there's 2 missing kids, and like this is serious shit, man. I kind of turn and I try to get the cop, serious shit. Stay tuned. I'll be back on, and click off discreetly.
Fantastic. Yeah, you do see that as the gondola is starting to take off, the officer Harris has stayed behind with the other officer, presumably to take the longer route or next gondola. But yes, you are rising in the air. The mist still hangs low across the park, and you land with a soft thud in Destiny Hollow at gondola station number 2. And as the doors kind of open, you see this is normally kind of a popular area as well, but again, completely empty, save for a lone figure who stands kind of in the middle there, stooped over the handle of a push broom, in a blue jumpsuit with large white lettering across the back that reads maintenance. He has a Walkman tucked into one of the pockets of his khaki utility belt, from which also hangs a large ring of keys. You know this to be Misha Boriskovich. He is the maintenance man, and he's here at this level. And as you land, he turns to you and smiles. And we're going to take a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is awesome.
Be right back.
All right.
Build up.
Be right back, gang.
Welcome back. We had just left off. Our investigators had made it to the 2nd level of the park via the Sky Gondola, and have arrived in Destiny Hollow, where the maintenance man, Misha Boriskovich, turns to them and smiles. He talks over he has headphones on, and you can hear music blaring, and so his voice is a little loud when he calls out to you. Ratibia Videt! It's good to see you! Your time has come to collect, da?
Oh, hey there, Misha. How you doing?
Yes. Good to see friends on this morning.
Yeah, it's been a wild morning, Misha. How are you so lively right now? It's what, 9 a.m.?
This is late for me.
Yeah, I've never
I wake
seen you
up-
even take a break or sleep. That is weird.
Huh. I do not rest while at work. Work is for, well, work.
Yeah, the whole hammer and sickle thing. I get it. Hey, has there been any weird stuff going on that you've been seeing up here in Destiny Hollow at all?
The shadows hold many secrets, but no more than usual.
I turn to the rest of the group and I'll just be like, yeah, he speaks like this all the time. He's going to be of no help.
It is true. And he is just, push brooming this area, and sick. And you hear just like this, like blaring, like old school rock and roll, but like obviously in another language blaring from his Walkman. But he is just, content to mind his task. And he gets a phone call. No, he doesn't. That's not canon.
That's incredible.
Your phone keeps ringing, man.
Well, you're like
You're
so
popular.
popular.
All your fans.
Yeah, it's a probation officer. It's probably making sure I'm showing up at work, even though there's no work. Whatever.
Gotta ignore those calls, right?
Yeah.
Do you have an ankle monitor, Riot?
No, I just have to stay at the halfway house, and when I'm done there, I come here, and when I'm done at work, I'm back at the halfway house.
I think it's pretty cool that the felon of the group was the one who's in charge of security. That's pretty. I don't know how you swung that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's it's pretty wild strings you got pulled there.
That's what I do.
You probably hacked into the probation system.
All right.
I don't even know what that means.
So Misha, I hate to bother you. So you haven't seen nothing weird? Any of those? You get any weird vibes from those cops? I mean, I respect authority, but they seem pretty odd.
The pigs who are trampling my gardens? No, nothing other than their usual brutishness. No. I do want them out of my flowers, though. Tramping all over everything. And he mutters something to himself in Russian that sounds like a string of curses. Hey, you are on your way up. I will send the gondola.
Much obliged, Misha. They've been trampling on your weeds. We got paths. It's on the map.
Right, that is what I said to them. But, they are looking here, they are looking there, they are finding nothing.
And
have you found anything?
Found anything? I am not looking. I do not look for trouble.
Good answer.
So what do you think about them missing kids, Misha? They haven't turned up in one of your lily patches, have they?
Ugh, no kids in my lilies. No, I've seen no children.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a good day here.
Too?
What did you say?
Wait, are you picking up your check too, Misha? Are you on your way out?
Oh, yes, they have things for me, but I have things to tend to. They still need lights. They still need empty garbage. I am working. Always working.
Hey, Misha, are you on the same schedule with Esme?
I don't know this Esme.
Esme, the cute girl in knife throwing. No?
He kind of like looks at the rest of you like he's missing something. Like, is there like?
Never mind.
Right, you seem to have this fascination with Esme. How is it you don't know her schedule?
Oh, I know her schedule. I just don't know when she's coming in.
Oh, today's schedule. I get it. All right.
There have been many to come and to go already. Perhaps you've missed this lady love.
I'd say Lady Love. I was just gonna invite her to, maybe a game of, Borderlands co-op or something. I can set up a second thing in my security room or something like that.
What is this Borderlands you speak of? Do they have big game hunts there?
He's talking about a video game.
I'm just trying to figure out how to explain this to Rat Man. Oh. Okay, thanks, Misha.
You're welcome. I'm having trouble keeping up with this one.
Yeah, he does that. I don't understand half of what the other folks do here, but they make the customers happy in some way. But I know you and I speak the same language. We fix stuff, and I know Ari, he bashes rats. He gets it.
Among other
There
things.
are so many rats always, and he like motions down, and you see that his boots are covered in a suspect amount of gray fur. He seems to be doing his own part to quell the rat population.
Yeah, that's what happens when they don't let us come in for 2 days. Me and Belvy are like essential to the smooth operation of a park such as this.
Your dog is hurt. Yes?
What did you say?
Your dog
Yeah.
is hurt. Yes?
Yeah, he got bit by a rat. Of course, I'm sure he took care of it. He likes to get him. He likes to get him right around the neck. Some of the rats. Have you seen some? Some of them are as big as cats.
I've seen them, yes.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. They get huge.
Look after your dog, though.
Why? What do you mean?
Rat bites get infected, lead to many other things.
Well, I don't like the tone of what you just said.
Honest advice?
I am doctor. The vet looked after him, and I have the bandages and the disinfectant and the medication for him. I change the bandage every few hours.
Great. That's great. That's what I'm saying. Look after it.
Well, of course, you act like I wouldn't, or do you mean something else entirely? And I don't necessarily like that.
You're the second person since we've come here to warn us about the wound on the dog. Why is it such an intriguing thing for you?
Intriguing? No. Worrisome? Maybe.
Worrisome because of potential infection? Like normal?
Could be rabies. Rabies is terrible.
He's vaccinated. He's had all his shots.
Infections, septic shock.
When I'm asking these questions, can I roll a yeah, thank you.
Yes, you may.
Ooh, 34.
That's
sounds
pretty good.
Yeah, and I have a 70. So
What are you rolling for?
So this man is obviously eccentric, to put it lightly. He spends a lot of his time alone, you can gather, and maybe doesn't have the most interactions with people. His concern is earnest. But his phrasing is, unapologetically cryptic. But you're not sure if it's out of not knowing social cues or, some kind of other awkwardness. But you don't gather anything sinister in his intent.
I guess the employees of this park are just very concerned about animals.
Misha, have you noticed anything strange with the animals? Rats in particular?
The rats, they are aggressive. If you are to find yourself in the shadows, watch out. They run from the light. Strange for a rat.
The rats run from the light.
Don't they always run from the light?
Well, that's been my
I don't really know
experience.
anything about rats, so
Rats like the dark. I mean, they have similar, cockroaches and rats both thrive in the dark, small, tight spaces. And then they come out when no one's.
You know so much about rats.
And do you thrive in the dark?
Well, that's when the rats are out, so that's when I'm out.
in the dark spaces of my mind, I thrive when I'm trying to create my artistry. So, to answer that question, sometimes.
He rolled psychology and he does not understand anything. He can't parse what just happened.
Rats in the motherland, right? That's a different kind of rat. I get it. Them tougher rats.
Right. Are you heading up? Shall we?
Yes.
If you could send us up, that'd be great, Misha.
Absolutely. I am done with this. And he kind of like waves you on towards the station. And you all board the gondola, and Misha kind of like waves very warmly at you as he presses the button. But nothing happens. There is no hum to life of electricity, and he looks at it again and presses it. A bit perplexed, he bends down and opens a cabinet below. There is issue with the breaker. You have to go and fix it.
Well, open the door and let us back off.
It's an open air gondola. Yeah, okay.
Fix it? What do you mean? How are we supposed to fix it?
Oh, I can fix that.
There is a breaker in my office. Down past the rapids. You'll go there, I will send you with my key and flip the breaker. I must wait here for the next group.
Well, I don't see why we have to do this.
Who else is there?
You.
I have to wait here for the next group. Did you not hear what I just
heard
said?
you, but why would you wait for the next group? Where are they going to go? It doesn't work. You go fix it.
I mean, I can fix it. I'm just
Great,
standing
a man
there
of
with tools.
sense. And you can go, and do you want to give a check under the cabinet? You can do an electronic or electrical repair check.
Yeah, I'll do that. Electrical repair. It says 10%. Do I need to?
Not
Actually,
great.
Oh my.
I actually
You
come
can-
along with Chuck because I know a little thing or two about electronics.
All right, you can both roll.
Okay, so if I roll electric repair, what do I need to? I need to roll a percentage dice.
Roll a percentage dice. If your value's 10, you got to get 10 or below.
I have a value is let's see here. So the 3 columns are 40, 20, and 8. What is that?
Oh, then
Oh no, so you do have a 40.
Okay, I have a 4. Oh, I have a 20%. I have a 10% on because it's like a thing. Okay, got it. Sorry, I was reading the percentage after
So-
the skill.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's its normal base value. So you did take proficiency in that. Yeah, absolutely. So you have to get a 40 or below, but you're still welcome to help. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, sweet! I got an 11.
hey.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, cool. I
How
rolled
did that
really
go
well.
for you?
So basically, I'm looking behind over his shoulder, and I'm like, I know exactly what to do because I got a 001, but like, I'm letting Chuck do it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You both look at it, and you look at a few wires and kind of like take a few things and rearrange them. But there doesn't just seem to be any source of power to this unit. It does seem to be, as he said, a breaker issue. So there is no electricity running to this unit. And that is where the issue lies.
Yeah,
You know
well,
So he hands you a large brass key, Chuck. Yes, go down to my office. It is just past the manor and the rapids, just a short way, and down the stairs. You'll find it. The breaker is there.
right. I could go do that. That was near the Whispering Rapids.
Yes, it is that silver building with the lock above it.
Aha. Got it. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Absolutely. You're all going?
I mean, I
Yeah, you're fine.
I
company,
guess.
Lucha, but yeah, let's
Came in as a group.
Let's go.
We probably should stick together. I don't know why, but we probably should.
You don't have to.
I mean, we've got monstrous
Smile. Look,
rats
sticking together.
around that are biting people. I mean, couldn't hurt to have you along.
Yes,
Go with
watch for the rats. They like the cold and the damp below the rapids. Осторожнее. Be careful. Many things hide in the dark. Do not heed their whispering. Return with your wits. Yeah?
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
Stol. That means what in Russian? That's the only thing I know how to speak. Like what?
In the dark.
Are you?
are afraid?
You're doing a bit, right? You're stretching your artistic abilities to perform for us, right?
I do not know about beats, but no, I simply many are afraid of the dark. Perhaps they are right. Be careful.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Maybe
will.
I'm doing something else, and he's directly translating from his native language, and it just comes out weird.
Yeah, we'll go check on that. And I'm like, I can't get out of there fast enough. Like, I know he's weird, and he just said the weirdest thing I've ever heard him say. Especially with all the.
And as
Ugh.
And as he turns away, he puts the music back, the headphones back on, and kind of stoops back over his push broom and just keeps sweeping the area. And you turn towards the pathway that will take you to the next section. Essentially, you need to follow the path past the Waking Manor and the Whispering Rapids to get to the maintenance building. Is there anything that you want to do or talk about on the way? Anything
Y'all
you
know,
need to-
I found the biggest. It was like, I don't know if it was like the spawn point, the biggest nest. Like it was like the mother nest of rats under in the basement of the Waken Manor one night, and I tell you, it was like Armageddon in there. Me and Artie and Belvy, and we didn't come out. It was like 3 hours of rat bashing, and that was after all the traps had been sprung, and I don't know if it was the poison that it amped them up like they were like they were on Mountain Dew or something. I don't know, but 3 hours later we come out bloody, but there weren't any rats left.
3 hours of rat bashing?
It was glorious.
Just in here, the Waking Manor?
Well, in the basement. Well, and it's not really a manor. It's like a fun house, and so like in the basement is where all the mechanical stuff and the boiler room and all that stuff that operates things. I don't know who was operating things there the last few days before that happened, but it's like they just left food or something.
When
Rats can multiply like rats.
So they say. I've heard that.
As you're passing the Waking Manor, does anyone want to give me a spot hidden check?
I do.
I will.
Yeah,
Or
same.
maybe somebody else. I don't know.
Everybody.
Feel free.
Everybody.
Ooh. Roll.
Aha.
34.
I rolled a 49, and my
Is that a-
spot hidden. That passes. I have a
I've got the
50.
second column. I rolled a 16, so that's my second column success.
That's great.
I rolled a 2.
I got a 24. It passes.
2.
It almost passes my second column.
Wait, you got a 2?
I got a 2.
Damn.
Holy shit. Yeah, I think appropriately, Chuck and Riot, since, it affects, a bit of your own work as you're passing. At first, it doesn't occur to you, what is missing from the facade of this building. And you look a moment longer, and Chuck, you're the one to notice that there are exposed wires hanging from where security cameras used to be. And pointing this out to Riot, you know where the cameras normally are in this section, and you look to the next area, and just the same, they are missing. And you all see this. And you are able to see a line of wires that kind of is coiled at the base of one of the turrets of this building, as if they've just been ripped from their place.
Oh hell no! I walk like 20 feet away to another building that I know that has a security camera too, and I check that one. Same thing.
Absolutely, yeah. You can walk to there's like a little food stand in that little courtyard as well that has its own security camera, and it is also missing.
What the hell?
Oh, what's wrong?
What's wrong?
Well, they just rendered me useless. That was my job, is to monitor this whole park, but it looks like every security camera has been taken offline.
Well, you know that we don't have jobs anymore.
Yeah, I know, but people are still coming in and checking in, checking in and out. And I just gotta make sure the people that's still coming in to get their stuff are safe and secure.
Who do you think ripped him off?
I think you're just disappointed you're not going to be able to spy on Esme.
With your 2, Chuck, you would notice that you're kind of at that original camera that's missing, staring up to it a bit perplexed. And you follow the line down and you see, caught in a bit of the rough brick of the building, a small patch of blue polyester fur.
I would like to go up to it and try. Is it like reachable?
Yeah, it's at probably hip height.
Okay.
I want to go up to it as well, and I'm going to have Belvy smell it.
Yeah, you can roll a scent something interesting for Belvy.
Blue polyester fur. I mean, I monitor security cameras all day. Which one of the costume mascots in this carnival has blue, fur?
Roll me a intelligence check.
I got a 51. I'm super smart. But I didn't go to school, because school is BS. So that's a regular success.
Fantastic. Yeah, you think back and you think through, and then it occurs to you that the security feeds are in black and white. So you kind of like shake your line of thought and kind of like think again and realize that, you've walked through the park enough to see, and you've made fun of the costumed characters enough to know that there is a blue rabbit as part of the woodland court that does meet and greets at the capital.
For sure, because I'm a cosplayer and I know that this carnival didn't put much money into getting those costumes ready.
Yeah, you're like, oh, cheap.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Got that shit on Amazon.
I rolled a 26, which is way below 90.
Fantastic. Yeah, Belvy kind of gets closer and gets a good scent and kind of like perks his ears for a moment and cocks his head before looking back towards the rapids area, and kind of puts his nose down to the ground and follows a little bit and then gives you a little with his nose
all right,
in that direction.
Hey, Belvy, he's got the scent. Y'all, I don't know if some of y'all want to stay here and investigate, but I'm going to follow Belvy.
We're all heading down that way anyways, right?
Yeah, something weird happening here. Like, unless the cops came and just somebody's trying to cover up what happened. Interesting.
Well, Belvy, hold on. We're coming.
All right.
Okay, well,
Right.
I-
You know computers.
I tell everyone, like, I've seen the Blue Rabbit mascot, and I'm telling you that fur, I think that's exactly the same type of fur. That dude or I don't know who actually is in the costume, but that person fucked up all my cameras. Seriously.
Might I know who would be in that costume as someone who probably takes pictures of kids with people with all the mascots?
Absolutely. You would know that it is a rotation. There are a few different master rabbits.
Is Esme
But-
one?
Esme is not one of the rabbits.
Twist.
However, you do know that there is a primary rabbit who has been in the role probably the longest. You can roll me an intelligence check to try to recall their name.
Ooh, yeah, 19. Super fast.
Fantastic. Yeah, you know that Briley Sullivan has been in the role the longest. She is an unassuming girl who is quiet for the most part, but really comes to life in a way in the rabbit suit and is very popular with the kids.
There's no way that Riley could have done this. She's so sweet.
Oh, but it's the sweet ones that have the darkest demons.
Okay.
I look over at Bronwyn just like,
Okay, y'all were on Misha, but that's weirder than anything that he said.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Damn, girl, what have you been through?
I just think that all of this is very interesting. Would make a very good story. I'd like to write it all down.
Yeah, I'd
And
like
then you
to.
could illustrate it yourself.
Exactly. And make lots of money.
Don't forget my suggestion: the flaming car and the kids flying out. Yep,
That'll be the cover art.
I like it.
Or maybe Riley's just trying to make sure I lose my job.
We already lost our jobs. I keep telling you this.
But it could have been done yesterday or the day before. I mean, were we in?
No, it happened 2 days ago. We haven't been to work in 2 days.
All right,
They called us in because they're shutting down the park.
all right.
Yeah, but you
I
are
kn-
right. There's something mighty suspicious happening. Whether the cops took them or someone stole them, I refuse to believe it's some disgruntled employee. There's so much more cooler shit to take than a bunch of cameras. Especially when you rip them out like that. You gotta undo the casings. You can't just rip stuff off.
Hmm.
All right.
All right. Well,
I'm only used to the game cameras that I would set up. You know, they're battery operated and they have little microchips in them. Sometimes you can. They have a cell signal built into them, and you can log in. And this is different. These are all wired. All right. Anyway, let's follow Belvy. Let's see where he's leading us.
Have you noticed anywhere
Belvy
else
is kind of
in the
good.
park that the cameras are missing? Or was it just this area?
and as we're walking to follow Belvy, I'm just occasionally just go and look exactly just by sight every camera because I know where they're at. So I'm just like, busted, shh, busted. Every camera, right?
And truly, they're all kind of like really running in circles, and kind of forward. And as you all follow, and you surveying place where the camera should be.
You're breaking up a little bit, Ashley.
Suppose wire's still hanging out, making more clean. Take a quick.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break.
Okay,
We'll be right
we are
back.
Right back.
My internet's haunted. Anyway, spooky. Yeah, as you're walking, you're currently following the. Why did I forget your dog's name already? I wanted to say Belvy. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, little Belvy. You're following Belvy. And Riot, you're looking to each place where a camera should be, and it is missing. I think was there a question?
Yes, Riot, have you noticed before this moment that cameras were missing? Surely you were looking at your babies.
No, not when we first came in. I don't pay attention to the cameras. They always work. They always work. I'd know if cameras weren't working. It's boring in the security office, and when I'm not playing games, I'm just improvising dialogue with all the feed I'm seeing.
Do the cameras record? Or are they just a live feed?
They're recorded, and then every so often, they get recorded over. We don't keep them that long.
Maybe there's information to still be found in your office.
If the cops haven't gotten to it first, or if Mr. or Mrs. Security Cable Cutters hasn't gotten to it first.
Right.
I just had a very, very haunting thought. What if these cameras don't work because they don't want people to be seen in this area?
Oh, you're saying we're in a dangerous area.
I mean, that's how I would write it.
I hope you didn't. Never mind.
Who would want to kill anybody? It's a carnival. There's nobody that matters here.
I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this.
I'm very
That
good.
someone came and cut all the cameras and ripped them out.
And then funneled people down this corridor.
But you think Misha's just sending us down here to what?
I didn't like his tone, the way he was talking about Belvy's little, arm.
Right. Maybe he wants us to get bitten by rats.
I won't let that happen.
He was very ominous about the darkness.
Yeah, he really was, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with this key, and I say we just go try and fix what's needing to be fixed. But this area is really giving me the creeps.
What is Belvy keyed on?
Well, Belvy had scented the fur and is continuing forward. And as you're approaching the rapids, you see that Belvy is kind of zigzagging in a way and kind of huffing a little in a way that seems a little frustrated. And Belvy comes up to goes around a corner.
Don't get out of my sight, Belvy. Slow down. Let me catch up.
And you hear some barking.
I'm not letting him out of my sight.
And as you round the corner, you see a coiled up wire there on the ground. But Belvy is barking a bit aimlessly as he is staring forward into the rapids themselves. He seems to have lost the scent.
Whatever came through here that he was tracking went through there.
Jumped into the rapids?
It's as if they knew that Belvy was going to be tracking them. And they went into the water to lose the scent. I mean, running water is the easiest way to lose the scent of a tracking dog. Like I said,
If that's true,
Belvy's the best tracking dog in all 133 counties of Virginia.
if that's true that you think that they did this purposely to avoid Belvy, then they must know who you are, and maybe you know who they are.
I didn't think about it that way, but you make a good point.
I don't think that we should linger here.
I agree.
I
I'm
think we
definitely not jumping in them rapids. Those things are cold.
Oh, y'all don't think we should do that? No, you're right.
Is there something about that coiled wire that looks off or weird? Like what is,
You
it's just
can
coiled
do.
up. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just coiled. It looks like it's a wire that was connected to a camera. It looks like maybe it was dropped, or maybe it came loose from the camera itself that it was coupled to. But yeah, you're at that pathway where it crosses over the rapids, and you see the maintenance building just to the right of you. A very unassuming door, a small 10 roofed building. And there is it has in simple lettering maintenance on the door and a brass lock.
Could I just look over into the water?
Absolutely.
I knew this would be a mistake.
You step forward, kind of still perplexed. Your eyes linger on the coiled wire for a moment, and as you step forward, just on the edge of the path as the others kind of walk towards the maintenance building, you stare into the water. It's still, there's no reason for the rapids to be active and running at this time, so this area is quiet. You know, of course, absent of the screams of normal tourists who are surprised to be getting wet on a water ride. It's like it's not in the name, but it's, you know, it's fun. They're squealing and having a good time, but it is still, and it is quiet. And you see your own reflection in the water. And that reflection gets closer as you are unknowingly leaning forward. Please give me a luck roll.
Okay.
Y'all ever wonder why it's called Whispering Rapids?
I rolled a 2.
Ooh, game.
Wow. That's fantastic.
I'd like to know that note before.
That was great. You lean forward and you're kind of caught for a moment staring at your own reflection and are shaken out of this almost stupor that you find yourselves in when you notice that there is a shadow across the face of your reflection that kind of takes you out, and as you blink, the shadow's gone. Your regular reflection stares at you, and you steady yourself again on the edge of the rapids. Do you want to make a sanity roll for me really quick?
Sure do, more than anything in the world. 48. My sanity is 52.
Wow, that was a close one. But you kind of you shake it off. You notice that it does seem similar in a way to the unexplained shadows that have been appearing on photographs that you've taken in the past week.
As I probably like get up and I'll probably stumble back and like fall on my butt, like kind of just shaken by what I've seen.
And the rest of you definitely notice this.
Elliot, what are you doing?
I just figured that there would be something, like maybe there was someone threw the cameras in the water or something. I don't know, but when I look down, I can see my reflection, but there was like some sort of shadow seemed to like take over like my face. I don't know.
Well, it's water. It's not a mirror.
No, I know, but it's strange because I've been taking some pictures over the last few days, and just it reminded me of some of these weird shadowy spots that have been showing up in when I finish developing my photos. It looked just like it.
Like spirits.
I didn't think anything much of it, other than maybe there was something wrong. But
did you check in your lens, make sure there was no dust or something in it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a photographer. Of course, you know these things. Never mind. I'm not gonna tell you your business.
But yeah, I wouldn't have thought as much of it if it didn't look exactly the same.
Yo, I think we're just a little high strung here. Let's get the power going. And you guys are freaking me out. Get the power going.
Yeah.
Shadows.
You know, the more I think about this whole cable car business, man, I really think we should just walk.
What if it's the spirits of those who've passed here?
Chuck, could you get that door open?
Yeah. And as Bronwyn says that, I'm like, we're getting the hell out of here. Brass key in the brass lock, turning it.
You know,
Absolutely.
I got Belvy. I don't really need my paycheck. I'm fine. I don't need my bat.
Oh, Ari, quit being a little bitch. Let's just fix this.
And
we need a bat. We need to get you a bat.
All right.
And as you say this, the door swings open into a dark staircase descending down. There is an exposed bulb hanging with a pull chain that you are welcome to. I assume you turn it on, or you can stay in the dark if you'd like. But you grab the chain and turn it on, and it swings to life. And the light kind of shakes and kind of skews the view of the stairs a bit, and the shadows dance along the wall, and you see a staircase descending down. There's a smell of dampness in this area from its proximity to the rapids, from its subterranean nature. But as you step in, you also notice a closeness in the air. There are exposed pipes that run along the wall adjacent to the stairs that emanate a heat that make you more aware of your breathing as this hot air enters and leaves your lungs. Would you like to descend?
Hey, Ari, why don't you and the dog go first? This is right after the comment.
Well, I was just thinking.
I
I would wait up here for you guys. Make sure the door doesn't shut and get locked behind us, because that just seems like what would happen. I don't know. You really want me to go first?
Uh.
All right, fine. Belvy, I'll carry you. You don't have to walk down these stairs.
Do we know exactly what we're looking for?
Electricity.
It's a breaker box, right?
Yeah.
At least someone knows what we're looking for.
Why?
Okay.
Have you ever been over here, Chucky?
Yeah, I've been through here once or twice. I've been to pretty much every part of the park, but not really down here specifically. Like maybe once with.
Oh, then you can go on ahead. Then you've been here before.
All right. I really don't want to, but I'll grab my biggest wrench and just head
Got you,
down.
Chuck.
I'll hold it closer to make it look bigger.
I've been taking some jujitsu classes.
You should probably.
Classes. I got you.
You should probably get your flashlight.
I definitely
Give me a luck check to see if you have a flashlight on hand.
Is that for me or for Riot?
Yes.
Okay.
We have cell phones.
You do have cell phones.
I will turn my cell phone flashlight on.
I'll do a luck
I'm
check.
Don't worry, Chuck. If Riley's down there, I can take her.
Where's my? Oh, there's my luck. I rolled one of the wrong dice. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I rolled a D8.
I do it all the time.
Oh no, I rolled a 99.
Oh no, you definitely don't have one. But you have cell phones. And as you pull out your cell phones and use the flashlight. And as you descend, I think since you have them out, you would notice that your signal drops as you descend and enter this kind of underground area. But you walk forward. The heat and the humidity of this space still pressing upon you. But as you get to the bottom of the stairs, you see a hallway in front of you, and at the end, a door that stands ajar with a little glass window on it, and you see a kind of stuttering light coming from it. It shines with a differing brightness, kind of as if it's like shifting, amorphous in a way. And as you approach down this hallway, give me a listen check.
All of us?
Sure. Anyone who wants to.
Oh,
Three.
I got an 8.
80.
Lovely.
Oh, 17.
23.
66.
Is that a success for everyone but Chuck?
Except for me.
Not me.
I'm not
Oh, yours. Oh, I see. Okay, so then yeah, especially Bronwyn, it comes to you voices speaking in a language that you don't know, low and murmuring from the room where the light is emanating. And you step closer, and you can press your hand against the door to push it open the rest of the way. It's a TV playing some 70s Russian game show. The contestants are quibbling about the price of a can of beans. And the,
rat.
you know.
I thought I was going to see my first ghost today.
But you realize that this is the source of the light. and the sound, and you can feel along the wall to find a light switch to illuminate the rest of the room, and you gather that this is Misha's office. There is a
dark.
How do you think he's got game access to 70s Russian TV?
Hey man, I don't even think he's supposed to be like working here at all. I don't think he has like any qualifications. The fact that he got a Russian showdown here is just one of many minor mysteries of this weirdo.
I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's a little bit of wiring. Yeah, not that hard. The dry cleaning across the street. Those people, yeah, they're Russians too. They're not that hard.
You can look around the office, and you can see obvious view is an untidy desk littered with papers, a small TV, and a stack of VHSs next to them, which is, you surmise, how he is watching his favorite reruns. You see a wall of lockers on one side, kind of utility lockers, and at the end of the room, a large breaker box. Does anyone want to search anything in the room, look around?
I would like to look at the papers on the desk.
Absolutely. The ones right on top seem pretty standard. Work orders from specific departments, things that need fixing, things that need cleaning. He doesn't do much in the way of that would interfere with the mechanics work. It's more the small scale things, a lot of work orders for overturned flower beds, throw up, like so many work orders for puke. And you see a few of his recent like pay stubs, like in envelopes, and you're familiar with it. It's the same kind of envelope that you all get.
I'm gonna peek at what he gets paid.
It's sad. You shed a tear a little bit. No, it's this part pays a living wage.
Yay, fantasy world!
You didn't say a number. You didn't say a number. You said an emotion, and that's the best thing. What's he get paid? Sad.
Sad. No, it's more. You do know it's more than you make at your booth,
but not in tips.
Sure. Yes, absolutely. And as you're kind of like feeling around the desk, you open a drawer, pens, staplers, scissors, a junk drawer of sorts with all kinds of tools. But there is a locked drawer, kind of underneath where you would sit, that like long drawer that's on like every desk. There has to be a word for that one drawer, but I don't know what it is.
Lap drawer.
Lap drawer, that's so good. Yes, a locked lap drawer. And yeah, is there anything else you want to look more closely into? Is anyone else looking at anything? He has a few things.
I want to have Belvy smell around, see if he smells that scent again that he was following, or if he smells anything else interesting.
I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Belvy kind of does a circle around the room. You can kind of refamiliarize Belvy with that. I think you kept that bit of polyester fur. But he looks at you a bit perplexed. There's nothing akin to that. He smells along the line of lockers and kind of like winces away from one of them. But otherwise doesn't seem too keen on anything.
Are there any like wrenches like Chuck carries around or something like that? Yeah, like a big wrench.
For what?
I want to pick one up and put it in my bag.
What about a flashlight?
I have a
Yeah, I
phone.
was gonna ask if I could poke around the lockers.
Absolutely. You open the lockers in succession. We'll resolve this and we'll get to the. You're looking for a flashlight. We'll get to that. You open a locker, broom, mop. You open the next one. You see cans of paint and some paintbrushes, paint roller. You open the next one and see spray paint, bright yellow, with the paint kind of dripping a little bit from the nozzle and pooling underneath it. And you open another one and you see spare coveralls and a large flannel jacket, presumably what he wears to go home in. But that's kind of what is in the lockers.
Did I notice that like a locked drawer was found? Was there a locked drawer found? Did I notice? Anybody tell me?
I mean, I would not have been quiet, so I would pull.
You definitely hear, and maybe like a little of frustration.
Is that a locked drawer?
Yes.
I'm pretty good at opening locked drawers. I was like, wait, I'm so curious. Misha's a weird guy. Like, what if he's KGB? What if he's like, what's in a locked drawer? Can I open it? Can I open it? Can I?
You can certainly try.
Is
But
that a skill?
It is a locksmith. So you can roll a locksmith check. Yeah, you are proficient.
That's one of my personal skills. Let's see here.
Is that a skill you picked up in the joint, or maybe before you went?
I failed. Well, how do I use luck?
So, however many points it would take to turn it into a success, you can expend that amount of luck points.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, how many points do you have to spend?
17 points.
All right, subtract that from your luck and mark your new value. And yeah, you kind of tell me. So initially you try to unlock the drawer and are a bit frustrated to find that it's evading you. What are you trying differently to push your luck?
So I didn't have the right tools with me. I don't have a locksmith pick, and so basically what happened was I tried using one of my electrician's tools and it didn't work, and I fumbled around and I found a fancy pen that I could take apart, and I used that instead.
Okay, sick. If by fancy pen you mean a standard Bic, sure. Because this is not fancy pen kind of guy. But yeah, you take it apart, and I think Bronwyn, you're probably watching this process, kind of a little bemused by what's going on. But with a shimmy of the pen, you hear a successful click, and the drawer comes open.
I smile. I'm like, freaking NVIDIA with their 4090, they charge just too much. So I've stolen a couple here and there from Best Buy. Just kind of open up the drawer. Yeah.
I mean, that's a useful skill to have.
Yep.
Within this drawer, you find a few things. You find additional envelopes, like the pay stubs. Some of them starting to yellow with age, a bit. You also find I
had to use the company website to look at his pay stub. He didn't keep all this.
he needs to go paperless. It's like,
seriously.
What year is it? You also find a park map a very early park map from the 50s when the park first opened, advertising a ride that none of you have heard of. It says in big letters across the top in, a font that is very fun in a 50s way. Come ride the Dungeon Crawler, opening soon, summer 1958. And you see the picture is like of people on this coaster where the Palace of Dreams is. This is not a ride that is open. This is not a ride that is in operation. You're not sure if it ever even opened. And as you pick it up, you open this map to kind of view it in its entirety. And as you unfold it, a few sheets of paper fall to the floor.
I will pick those up.
You see what is initially very perplexing. Symbols cover these pieces of paper. They're old, thick sheets of like vellum paper, torn and folded on the edges and covered in symbols that you can't read. Of course, you don't know the Cyrillic alphabet, but in addition to some symbols that you do recognize as like Russian writing, there are oh my god, it's so crazy. There is this one symbol repeated multiple times. It is a curved V circled by 10 open triangles within a closed circle. And this symbol is repeated in several different ways, with different text next to it. There's 3 sheets of paper here. And as you're looking through, most of the writing is handwritten in Russian. But there are notes, kind of a phonetic spelling of words that just don't make sense, letters that don't create diphthongs, they don't flow into each other in any sequence that you understand.
Your theory of KGB might be real. And I'll kind of lay out the papers on the desk for everyone else to look at. Does anyone know these symbols?
Well, my father was an ambassador. He traveled a lot. Maybe I'll look at him. I might have seen him.
Yes, and I studied art history for most of my life, so have at it.
Anyone who wants to do an occult check is welcome to it.
Ooh.
What happens when you meet it?
Yeah.
Meet it beats it.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that is a success. Very barely a success, but a success nonetheless.
Yeah. Not me.
Oh, was there something else?
No.
Okay. So you're successful in your occult check. You look at these symbols and the way they're repeated, and you see the symbol, that curved V, on its own a few times, not within its circle. And the more you look at this circle and these like open triangles that are around it, the more you start to think that there are similarities to some kind of binding of some sort, some kind of there are spells in the fiction you read, of course, because it's not real, but still these symbols seem familiar in a way that look like they're locking something in place.
So it's not an actual language or anything, but this does remind me of some of the fictional stories that I have studied. Like ones that have magic and spells and potentially this is some kind of binding spell.
In an amusement park.
Yeah, right? In an amusement park. But yes, that's what it looks like.
Why would Misha have that locked?
I think the bigger question here is what is being bound?
Or is Misha just pretty loopy?
It's Halloween. Maybe he's got it. It's a prop for one of his costumes or something. I don't know. I don't take Misha for being a Halloween guy.
Locked
but
in a drawer for no one to get to.
And this coaster, the death
Dungeon crawler.
That's not in the same place as where the roller coaster was. I mean, you're looking at the map. I haven't seen the map. It's not in the same place as where the accident was, right?
Is it?
Yeah, which roller coaster?
Where was the accident?
So the roller coaster where the accident was is the large roller coaster in Fright Falls, which is on the same level as the Palace of Dreams, but is off to the left. This coaster is advertised like it dives deep under the castle itself, in a way. Dungeon crawler, explore the dungeons of the Palace of Dreams. But several of you have worked at the park for years and have never heard tell of this ride.
I
mean,
It's strange.
Go under the Palace of Dreams. Isn't that where the same level as the admin office?
Yes.
And it's also the photos that I would take, the pictures that would come back with shadows, it only came back with them near the Palace of Dreams.
come on. Let me see the symbols. I mean, I've got my cell phone here. Can I use my library use to like look up anything on these little symbols?
Larry's the only one with service.
Google.
I'm like, this is BS. This Misha, I mean, maybe he's one of those crazy Dungeons and Dragons players and shit, he's got like weird shit in his drawer. I mean, this can't be real. It can't be real.
Wonderful mystery it is.
Yeah, you can, I would think maybe you've somehow boosted your signal in a way, or you can give me a luck check to see if you are able to get a signal underground where you currently are.
So I got to roll lower than my luck?
You got to roll lower than your luck, which is...
You lowered it.
Lower.
Oh, I did. I got a 19.
Hell yeah.
Hey, all right.
You kind of like, you kind of hold your phone up and like eventually like step up onto the desk and are able to find like a corner of it. What are you searching? You can give me a research or library use. We're calling it research because we're in modern times.
Because you know what? Because I've got my research, but I also can get to the dark web. And I can do a little searching
Yes.
down there because hacker skills. Let's see.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me a library use. You do have one free reroll of that.
I got an 82, so I got a free
Okay, so go ahead and use your reroll, and that's your one for the game.
one for the. Do I want to use it? Yeah, I'll use it. Because I don't want to look lame.
Nothing's yours.
28, the opposite.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you're able to you somehow find the right keywords to put these.
It's the middle column, so it's this. What do you call it? Not the regular success. It's the half success.
So like what you did it at like difficulties. So yeah, that's yeah, you're able to you take a photo in reverse image search and are able to find similar symbols, though separated. You find the curved V, but it is few and far between. It's connected with different deities through like the Dark Ages and things like that, but it's never really given a name or a definition. But the encircling symbols do lend towards what Bronwyn is saying. They point towards some kind of binding spell, some kind of they represent the circle enclosing it represents that binding. The 10 open triangles around it, you're not really certain what those might represent in and of themselves, but you do find different combinations of symbols circling a central figure.
All right, I turn to everyone. I'm like, there's some people who actually believe in this shit. Yeah, it's supposed to be binding something in with a fucking piece of paper.
Oh, so I was right.
Yes.
I'm going to take out my drawing notebook that I have with me. Hopefully that's okay. And I want to, without an intention of trying to bind something, I want to draw what I see so I have it in my book.
Sure.
Okay.
As you go to make the last stroke copying this symbol, you make the last stroke copying this symbol and nothing happens. It's in your book.
Purposeful.
It's true. You copy it down. So you have a representation of this symbol. What else are you doing? Are you taking the papers with you? Are you leaving them?
We're all fired. Misha's not gonna.
Just fucking
Screw
take
that. Let's
it.
take them.
Yeah, if anything, we can just take them back to him. We got to go back up that way anyway.
No, we're not giving them to him.
No.
We're not even going to tell him we broke into his drawer.
We'll lock the drawer back.
Yeah.
You could do that, right? Right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we still haven't flipped the breaker.
Yeah,
we can do
I
that.
just
One
hold-
moment. He'll be looking for us if we flip it. Wait. Do any of these paychecks still uncashed?
Oh wait, how far do they go back?
Has he been paid?
Look and see how
but
far
not-
they go back. Do they go back to 1956?
Yes, let's look at the dates.
You go through the paychecks. You kind of flip to the ones that are most yellowed with age. They have been opened, but put back in their envelope. And you notice the font changes over the years. At a certain point, it changes over from word processor to a typewriter again. And even then, it becomes a bit more in that kind of Unicode type look of those early typewriters. And you do find a paycheck from the year the park opened,
With his name.
1952, with his name,
Right here.
Misha
Hold it.
an older man, but I mean,
like 60 or like 90.
if he is 90 years old, he is incredibly well preserved.
So he looks like he's 50 or 60.
He looks like he's around like early 60s.
You said that was.
Oh, that was
Are they
70
cashed?
years ago.
I
That
swear
was
to God,
70 years ago. Like
his accent
exactly.
is fucked up for somebody who's been here that long. What the heck?
Is
That was 70 years ago. That means he like started working here when he was 0.
Or he's older
or he's
than he
assumed
looks.
the identity of someone.
This is freaky.
Quiet.
You know, I thought this place was just a normal amusement park. I don't know what's going on here. All right.
You thought a place that you brought a dog to eat rats every
Kill rats.
night was just normal.
No.
Your words were 3 hours of rat bashing.
Rat
And you think that's
bashing?
normal?
Yeah, it was glorious. I told you that.
Our definitions of
You-
normal are
yeah.
very different.
Yeah, he
Okay,
never said
look.
it was normal. He said it was glorious.
That's right. But y'all would be surprised how many amusement parks hire people just like me. Well, not just like me. No one has Bellevue but me. But they hire people to kill rats at night because let me tell you, rats would overrun the parks. There's food dropped everywhere every day, and it doesn't get picked up. That the rats just come out of the woodwork, literally coming out of the woodwork, and go to town on stuff that doesn't get picked up. The trash, food. Sometimes they even.
Let's go get the breaker. I'm dying. There's no signal.
Make sure you lock this drawer back.
Yeah, Riot, why
I
don't you
still
go
wanted
ahead
to
and
make sure. Oh, sorry, Mike.
You're good. You get the drawer. I'll get the breaker.
Okay.
I still wanted to make sure. Have all like these old checks? Are they uncashed?
If you open them, you see it's like a paper where like the check was like
Just the stub.
it's kind of more like a bank, not a bank statement, but like a pay stub, like a statement. Some of them you presume had like the perforation for the check, but those that predate that technology, you assume that they are devoid of a check. So. But yeah, you were able to click the lock into place and try to like use your thumbnail or something to kind of like make it lock. And Chuck, you flip the breaker and realize, when a breaker flips, you have to turn it off and then back on, and there's like it doesn't have resistance to it right when you first flip it back. This is purely in the off position. You just simply find the breaker labeled Destiny Hollow that controls that area, and you flip it on, and you're surprised that it doesn't give you the normal that normal double flip that you have to do to fix a
trip breaker.
Circuit. Yeah, tripped. That's the word, tripped breaker.
He really knows his stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Elliot. That is kind of you to say. But speaking of which, that shouldn't have been just flipped off. It should be in the off position, but you have to do a quick 1-2.
So it was turned off.
Yeah. Seems like somebody manually turned it off.
So he sent us here.
And no one knows we're here because the cameras were ripped away.
Yeah.
Is no one else excited by this?
I would like
Excited,
to.
lady. We are in
worried.
We are underground. And
I would like to look
a
around
Russian
for a gun.
weirdo's room.
I would like to look around for a gun or a weapon of some
Why would
sort.
Misha have a gun?
Yeah, give me a. I'll let you roll a luck check to find some form of. You can either do a luck check to find a specific type of weapon that you want to name, or I can let you roll a intelligence check to modify something that is here that we've already exposed.
I'm gonna roll with luck since it's higher than.
All right, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a handgun.
Okay.
$27. I'll take a picture of it if you want me to.
No, I trust. Yeah, you go through the rest of the drawers. At this point, you're a bit frantic. And in the bottom drawer, underneath kind of a leather folio, you find a small revolver.
Whoa.
It with you kind of pop open the barrel and see that you have 3 shots.
I'm gonna look. And there's no more. I didn't see any more rounds in the drawer or anything.
You kind of feel around. Yeah, no, you don't find any more rounds.
Who is this guy?
What?
Bring a gun to an amusement park.
I thought we were dealing with spells and ghosts. I don't know what you think you're gonna do with a gun.
I don't trust him.
Well, he
I don't
obviously sent us here.
I don't trust anybody right now. I mean, I trust you guys because we walked into this park together and we're all going through the same thing. But let me tell you something. It's only got 3 rounds. It's not going to make a huge difference, but it's a just in case factor.
I told you it's KGB. I told you.
Something.
Well, he might. Let's not give him more credit than what he's worth. I still like the guy. He's a weirdo for sure. But I mean, everyone who works here's got a quirk, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And his is being like 100 years old.
I mean, that's just good health. Although I did see him eating some pretty questionable cheese once. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We got the breaker on. Yeah, we should head back to him. Maybe get some answers out of him. I don't know.
This is a maintenance room, right? Can I take a quick check and see if I get lucky? I'm gonna look for some like box cutters or like X-Acto knives or something like that I can use, maybe.
Absolutely, yeah. Give me a luck check to find a blade of some kind.
No luck.
You find some old you don't find anything. I was gonna say like you find an old rusty one, but even that, like, you don't.
Butter knife.
Even that's kind of lucky.
As people are looking for weapons, I'll grab that mop from the locker.
Fantastic. You now have a mop. All right. Is there anything else we need to resolve in the office, or are you guys gonna head back up?
How much damage does the VHS tape do?
Depends on the VHS.
It does depend on the VHS.
1d4 minus 4.
I had a VHS of Homeward Bound as a kid. That did a lot of damage emotionally.
No.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
I would also like to hold up the yellow spray paint. Bronwyn, do you have any use for this?
Always.
It looks like it's been used, but recently. But I don't know.
As long as we're stealing everything from this man, we'll just take this as well, and I'll throw it in my bag.
Fantastic. All right. Go ahead and add those things to your inventory sheets. And I can give you stats for the relevant ones. And I'm excited to see how you employ the others. Fantastic. Great. I think as you all kind of finish grabbing what you'd like to. Oh, was there something else? No. Okay. As you go to grab the things that you are taking from this man's office, I think after your lack of luck riot, you kind of head out into the hall. And you hear them before you see them. A high-pitched shrieking, I wouldn't call it a shriek or a squeak even. It's more pained than that. But the skittering is what's the loudest, as a pack of rats approach you and crawl up your legs.
Oh,
you
shit.
are about to.
This is just happening to Riot?
Yes. What is your current hit point, Max?
Ooh, my max
Yeah.
point is 9. 9.
As a horde of rats swarm up you, shrieking, biting, clawing. The rest of you hear not even time for a scream, almost a gasp, as you take 10 points from swarm of rats are
the fuck?
consumed. And that's where we're gonna end the first half
What
of the
the
game.
The rats are real.
What the fuck?
I should have been making fun
brutal.
of Harry all this time. Them rats are real.
Holy shit.
Rats
I told
are
you.
A horde of rats does a lot of damage.
As soon as you said that, I
Thank
was
you guys
thinking
for-
D&D horde, and I was like, oh no.
No.
I don't have Artie. I don't have Artie yet.
You do
Rat
not.
ration.
You have a mop, some spray paint, and a gun. But
I'm saving that last bullet for me.
For joining the first half of this game, we will start the next session with sanity rolls from all of you who just witnessed this.
Oh no.
And Rip, right. Thank you. I hope you had a good time and a good, it's starting to get creepy, and next time it's gonna get even creepier. Yeah, this is fun. Don't know how to end these, so.
No worries, I got your back. We are gonna be rating some folks. Let's do. I try to do Call of Cthulhu specifically, but I think people are just playing the actual video game. So we're gonna do some tabletop RPG stuff. We're gonna go check out some folks. Let's see here. There we go. Who's on right now? Let's go to Dan. No, not he's not playing that. Let's do. Oh my gosh. Why can't I find anything? I'm panicking.
Because it's Thursday and Critical Role is on.
That is
Nobody
true.
else does.
They are.
Nobody else does D&D on Thursday nights.
They just
D&D on
know.
Thursday nights.
Yeah.
We are the lead Call of Cthulhu stream right now.
It's true.
Sick!
Well, look at
That is very
That's
true.
so cool.
Heck,
We are the only
yeah.
one.
That is pretty funny.
Yes.
We'll go to, I like their name. We're gonna go to the Bad Batch.
All right.
They are
Ooh.
playing D&D.
Oh.
There we go. Nice.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. Ashley,
Make sure
you
you guys
killed
come
it.
back tomorrow for the Fables of Galia.
Yes, we will be back tomorrow night,
Mhm.
It's
everyone.
True. It's true.
We'll see
Yes.
you
Oh my
then. 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yes, we will be back tomorrow with Fables of Galia.
And come back next week for part 2.
Yes, be back next week for part 2. Same time, same place, same faces. And we're going to get creepy. Later,
Same
gang.
rat time, same rat channel.
Bye, gang.